Cumulative review. It's time to check that cumulative review. All right, here we are, cumulative review. Let's look over, see how you did. Number one, you need to have, you can draw a picture, you don't have to. What I'm looking for is that you have 25 kittens right here. Change this color, this back. And then you need to have a number model that goes along with it. Let's move on to number two. We have our in and out boxes. We have a 4, a 12, a 7, a 4, a 10. Then you have this in and out box. The answers vary because as long as you have something times 3 equals something, that is what I am looking for. Let's go ahead to the next page. Number 3, 6 equals, you should have a 1 here, a 0. You could put anything that you want, any number that you want into this particular problem and it would be correct because anything times 0 is 0. Remember, this side and this side need to be equal. So both sides would need to equal 45. Here we have playing salute. Should have 6 on his forehead. How did you get that? It's just an example. I thought 5 times what is 30, and I knew it was 6. I knew that 30 divided by 5 is 6. 9, 16, 49, 81. Hopefully you're practicing these facts at home, getting faster and faster. How are the facts in problem 5a and 5d alike? They make square arrays, square numbers. So make sure you have that. Or each fact has 2 of the same factor. Turn the page. Have some division here. 10, 16, 7, 15. You need to have an array. You can have a 2 by 8 array this way or 8 by 2 array this way. Then you need to have words to explain this. Here is 2 examples here. I can draw an array for 2 by 8 and another array for 8 by 2. If I turn one of the arrays, it will match the other. Or you could say something like, I know 2 times 8 is 16 and 8 times 2 is 16 because of the turnaround rule. You need to have some understanding of that these are equal. These are some shapes. This is a rhombus, a parallelogram, a square. These are not always the correct answer because this, you could say rectangle on this one right here. You could say rhombus here if you wanted to. You could also just say parallelogram here. You could say parallelogram for all 3 of them, they'd be the same. Then you have to circle one of the shapes above, write a different name. So there are lots of names for these shapes. I want you to go ahead and turn the page. All right, this is some sample shading for the card. You have to have half of it colored. Now this one, you had to have half, but you had to divide it into 4 first. The name of the fraction is 2/4. The shaded area of each circle is the same size. And that's how you know that this and this are equal. All right, number 10, we have an A and a B here. So this is just an estimate. 6 minus 100 is 500. The exact answer is 583 grams. Sample answer, I knew that the answer had to be less than 625 grams because I subtracted, I added 483 to 100 for 2 and got 625. So I know my answer is correct. Just 2 different ways you could check it. Here is area and perimeter. All you have to do is find the area and the perimeter of this shape. The area of this rectangle is 40. The perimeter is 26. Let's turn the page. Here is a chart. You have to turn the chart into a bar graph. Bar graph should look like this. Then we have some questions about the bar graph. 5 votes, 100 votes, 10 votes. Check your answers. Turning the page. Here we have, you got to measure the length. If you had a ruler at home, if you didn't have a ruler at home, let me know. 3.5, 9 centimeters. Then measure the side lengths of this rectangle to the nearest inch and then label them. And then how could you find, using that information, find the area? All right there. One more page. Circle all the names of the shape. So we have this shape right here. This is a rectangle, parallelogram, and a quadrilateral. What is it not? It's not a square, a triangle, or a rhombus. Those are things it is definitely not. You have to solve each fact and write another fact using the turnaround rule. Check these out, see how you did. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the grading and how you're going to send me how you did on this assessment. We're going to try something a little different. That's it for the cumulative review. Hopefully you did a great job on that. That's everything we've learned so far. Remember that it is a grade level assessment. So the highest you can score is a level 3. Level 3 would mean you don't have very many wrong. And the ones that you do have wrong, you might see that they're wrong and you could correct them yourself with a colored pencil. On the exit slip, there will be a question and it will say, well, how did you do on the cumulative review? And you'll just type a 1, a 2, or 3 on that question. So that way I can see how you did on the exit slip or exit ticket. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I miss you. And hopefully I get to see you really soon. All right. Bye-bye.